Rex. Time to start working your cardio, hey?
Oh, one of these coffees may be slowing me down.
No, thank you. I'll take that.
What do we got?
Luka Sokolov, 25. He's an NHL first rounder. Now plays for the Ice Pirates. Apparently, he scored the game-winning goal last night. Came up here to celebrate. I think that's yours.
Oh, we got a murder weapon?
Look, I don't even know if you have a murder. I mean, it's possible that he just fell and struck his head. There's a lot of dried blood. I won't be able to get a good look at the wound until we get it cleaned up.
So he's been here for a while.
Time of death is anywhere between 2 and 3 a.m.
Find anything on him?
His wallet had $380 in it, so likely not a robbery. His cell phone's on its way to Jesse. Hold on, Rex. They just need a few more minutes.
Who called it in?
Promise me. Still waiting on the full autopsy, but I did manage to get some initial findings. Now, you see that?
Hmm?
It's imperfect, jagged laceration. It's likely from a rock, but it didn't match any of the terrain at the scene.
So there's another weapon.
That's what I'm thinking.
But Rex already combed the area.
Okay, well, what if the killer had time to take it away from the scene? I mean, even Rex has his limits.
But the killer doesn't know that. What if we put out word that Rex is doing a wider search?
The killer might decide to move the weapon.
And all we need is somebody who knows the suspect. Let's go. Rex. Find it. Track it. Looking for this? Thanks for leading my partner straight to the murder weapon.
I wouldn't do that. You might be able to outrun us, but you can't outrun Rex.
So why don't you come out of there? We'll have a little chat down at the station. Hmm? Come on.
The shape of the rock is consistent with Luca's head wound, and the blood on it was a match, so looks like the captain's our guy.
Yeah, well, we all know this play. Alcohol and testosterone do not mix.
Oh, especially when you had jealousy and loss of 50 grand.
Yeah, so a fight must have broken out after the other teammates left, and Ming ended it with a rock. Fled the scene to get rid of the rock, came back to cover his tracks.
Yeah, but he hid the weapon, yes, but it doesn't mean he did the deed.
Yeah, technically that is true, Jesse, but sometimes the simplest explanation is the right one.
No, Jesse's right. We have to let him go soon. We don't have enough to charge him yet.
Well, yet being the key term, I'm gonna see what else I can get out of him.
Are you gonna talk to him?
Yeah, why?
You mind if I take a swing?
Autopsy's in, so our initial findings were mostly correct, but there are a couple of interesting new developments. So lividity set in the left side of his rib cage, but the body was lying on the right, and nearly 30% of his blood had been drained, but there wasn't much blood at the scene.
So the body was moved. Both know what that means.
There's another crime scene.
This must be the thatch of bushes.
So, left up this path, but this is the route that Ming took back. Luca went another way.
There's only so many ways to the point. Rex may not be able to smell blood from 50 miles, but his range is pretty good.
No better than mine, that's for sure. Look, why didn't he pick up on the second crime scene when we were there before?
Well, this area's downwind. That might have thrown him off. Plus, his nose was probably overwhelmed by the blood of the other crime scene.
Still, he could stand cast a wider net, eh?
Oh, look, he found something.
That's blood.
Good job, pal. Looks like we found a winner.
Lots of jagged quartzite rock similar to the one Ming tossed.
Well, if Ming is telling the truth, then our mysterious perp would have assaulted Luca here before he moved the body.
Well, it's plausible. We found a few footprints, most belonging to Ming or Luca, but we've also found a partial print that doesn't belong to either. It looks like it was made around the same time.
You think we can get anything from it?
Well, I'm having it cast and sent to Jesse right now.
Running shoe lead was a dead end, so we're back to square one.
What? No, not quite.
Well, I'll let Jesse fill you in. He did all the legwork.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, Ming overheard Luca talking to a Scarlet. I found 9 Scarlets in St. John's, all dead ends. But there is a Scarlet Club So, on a whim, I checked their CCTV. Sure enough, Luca's a regular. Now, Scarlet Club leases out to private companies, most frequently a Skyhawk Enterprises, which isn't even a real company. It is a front linked to this man.
Have you heard of Semi Mogilevich?
Unfortunately, yes. He's Russian Mafia.
It's standard Russian mafia MO. They keep tabs on expats who are becoming successful.
Yeah, they squeeze them for payments if they want to keep their star rising. And pro hockey contracts, the players become a big target.
Yeah, Alexander McGillney, Pavel Bure, Artemi Panarin, these guys have all had run-ins with the Russian mob.
Of course, that didn't stop Yuri from posting back-to-back 60-goal seasons. I mean, that guy was monster.
Yeah, but suffice it to say, these guys use old-school Russian intimidation tactics. So for those who can't or aren't willing to pay, they make them disappear.
Well, that might explain why nobody's speaking up on the case.
Yeah, but except with the mob. I mean, why make the death ambiguous? Isn't the idea to send a message?
Well, either way, we shouldn't jump to conclusions until we can confirm Luca's involvement.
Maybe it's time I pay his wife another visit.
So I just spoke with the RCMP. They said the Scarlet Club should be shut down by the end of the week.
You think that'll drive the Russian mob out of St. John's?
I doubt it. They'll probably spring up at a new HQ.
Like whack-a-mole.
Well, exactly, Jesse, but that's our job, is to just keep bringing down the hammer. Charlie, what's the verdict?
Well, Deller and Coach Peters both can be charged with obstruction of justice, but their sentences are likely to be light.
Oh, well, they're lucky they got a judge with a heart.
Yeah, well, Coach Peters helping us corner the Russian Mafia definitely helped, and Deller's probably going to get community service instead of jail time.
Well, let me talk to my contact at the Suicide Distress Center, see if his service can be talking to students about his brother's story. Good work.